What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap Podcast. Your boy Evan, your boy Will. We are back in the Tiki Hut with a very special guest, Xavier Reid, defensive tackle out of West Boca. He is committed to Liberty University. He's a 3-star on multiple, on 3, 24/7 sports. He is a Rivals district champ for weightlifting, regional champ for weightlifting, top 10 finisher, and states for weightlifting. What other accolades am I missing? Oh, Defensive Player of the Year in Palm Beach County, 6A Player of the Year, state champ. God bless. I think I can keep going, but I think we'll stop there for right now. But anyway, so X, we are in the middle of football season here, and obviously, the season itself, with your injury, what is something that you can say has been, obviously not being on the field has been frustrating, but for you, what's been something you've been trying to work on off the field that you can kind of preach to this team that, you're going to with Liberty, that you've been grinding and working your ass off so far?
Honestly, discipline.
Yeah.
Is the biggest thing. There's not a lot you can do, so you just kind of have to fill in the gap with whatever you can do to make yourself better. Like, I got a tennis ball. I'm doing
literally
stuff. I couldn't do anything for months. You know what I mean?
I mean, you just broke your 405 bench for the first time, so that probably felt pretty good too.
You know what I mean? It's like I understand that right now I can't play football, but I understand that it's not over forever.
No.
What can I do?
3 months, you're back on it.
That's what I'm saying. So what can I do right now to make me better than I was?
Exactly.
Whether that's mental, like I watch a lot of YouTube reps on watch Colorado State's D-line the other day. Like whatever you can learn is good knowledge to have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of, who's somebody that's speaking on that, like what you're watching right now? Who's somebody that, maybe not specifically, what defense or somebody that you've been watching that you kind of want to emulate, and obviously you want to fit the scheme of Liberty when you get there, but who's somebody that you've watched in the recent, whether it's pro or college, that you've watched recently that you've been like, damn, he's really put in the work, or somebody, longevity that you watched growing up that you want to emulate as you get to college, especially now because Liberty is coming off of a subpar season, so you're going to go up there, and I'm sure the standard for you as the new upcoming class is going to be pretty high to get you guys rocking and rolling here.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say anybody specifically. Last year I watched this D tackle from Michigan. I'm losing my name on it. But I thought the way he just extended with his pad level was just amazing. Like we got this kid right now on our team, Chris Medina, who I've been fortunate enough to work with.
Right.
And he's come a long way since the beginning of the season. He's like a sponge. He just absorbs anything, and I take what I learned from last year and previous years, and what I talk with Coach McGee and Coach Sudan and Coach Junior, and I kind of just
three legendary defensive tackles with your guys' position. Right. I mean, guys you say sponge off of, but literally absorb all of the information they have taught you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not any knowledge you can get is good knowledge.
For sure.
I mean? Like even if you're watching somebody do it the wrong way, you go, okay, why is he doing this the wrong way?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So I think just the watching and being able to put what I believe and what I work with into another kid and watching it work out so well for him, I think it's just...
I mean, you can definitely see his difference from last year to this year.
He looks great.
He looks great. He looks like a completely different player. Levels of difference for sure. Yes. Especially playing behind you was probably pretty helpful for him, just learning the reps and everything like that. So kudos to you to being able to, like you said, sponge off of your coaches, but also to re-emulate towards another teammate and somebody who has obviously shown the knowledge of your side to his side, and watching those reps kind of come to fruition.
You're a senior now, right? So you've been there all 4 years?
Started off somewhere else, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
3 years.
Where did you start at?
Cardinal Gibbons.
Oh, okay. So that first year that you came in, was the coaching staff the same?
So of right now, yes.
Yeah.
Before they came in.
What was your record that first year?
The first year I was there,
it wasn't that good, right?
No, it was like 4 and 6.
9. No, that was I think we went 9-3 that year.
No.
Yeah, we went 9-3.
No, that was
the year before. The freshman year before.
Yeah, right. That was bad.
I don't know.
That's
6.
Something like that. Yeah.
Then we went 9-3. We lost to Creek. We lost to St. Andrews
in overtime.
And then we beat Atlantic in overtime, which I know they don't like because they bring it up every year.
But even the JV game was their Super Bowl. That was their Super Bowl. We had a JV game with them like a few weeks ago. They literally thought it was. They went by like a touchdown. They literally thought it was their Super Bowl. Atlantic was their JV team was losing their mind over beating us. Like that's how crazy.
What was that on Wednesday?
Yeah, like a Wednesday or Thursday. Like literally that was their Super Bowl. So I mean, again, but yeah, go on.
Obviously, that first year that they weren't as good, West Boca, you weren't there. But what did you see when you came in, like, as to why things changed so quickly between seasons?
Okay.
Like, kids, wives, coaching.
Yeah, so I think it was a few things, to be honest with you. One, there was not really a leader on that team.
Agreed with that.
So I came in and like I did what I know and have been taught to do since I was 6, which is lead. So we came in and like when we were united, there was really 2 teams that stopped us that whole year. You know what I mean? Literally 2 teams. Like I don't know, man. It was the adversity what we faced.
And you were young.
Yeah, we were young too. We were a young team, and everybody else was a year older, so we were more disciplined. This, that, and the third, and that was the year Coach Potts really kicked it up into high gear. Man, he was just on us 24/7 about what we need to do, what we shouldn't be doing. Coach Junior, and then defensive wise, we played for Gamboa. Like Gamboa was our guy. Like you know what I mean? It was like a tremendous respect from Gamboa on everybody on the defense. You can ask anybody. That's our fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How many of you guys returned from, or how many of you were still there from that first season?
I think we were super young. I mean, that first.
Because you said you were young, so is it really the same group?
It was basically
almost everybody who's here now has been here since like day one.
Yeah, I mean since that first 3 years.
Even with high school NIL now, people haven't been looking to leave. I mean, where are you going to go if you're winning states?
Well,
where are you going to go? But
we didn't have
at the same time.
We
you can still transfer in county, right? Unless it's a private school, you can still transfer in county.
So it was kind of. I mean, we got Potts like really does a good job on like putting us out there and helping us out,
recruiting wise,
especially recruiting wise. Like he doesn't get enough credit for it, but he makes sure everybody has somewhere to go.
Agreed.
Somewhere to go. We had a kid that first year playing. He's at UNC Pembroke this year. And he was a phenomenal athlete, and he had instinct on the field, but he didn't have the technique yet, and he still got him into a school. You know what I mean? He's going to get everybody into schools. I mean, we have like 4 or 5 kids committed right now, like the start of the season.
Right.
You know what I mean? So nobody really wants to leave. You know what I mean? If you got a dude that's doing right by you, like, and we're winning games, what is there to leave for? You know what I mean?
And even on the transfer side, like, what do you like? Who can say what you're transferring for? Like, you were just
money.
Yeah, I mean,
we talked about it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and
with college, you get a bag put in front of your face, even if you're winning.
Exactly, and it's
either that or, like I said, winning states kind of
how many do you want to go anywhere else?
Up, right? Yeah. But if you're in college and you're at a group of 5 and you did win your conference this past season, let's just say you're at Liberty your first year, you win the conference, and then Penn State calls and they're like, oh,
I mean, I think that's the biggest battle for most college kids now in general. So even at the freshman level, you go in, you break let's say the career freshman sack record. Brother, it's going to be hard. I mean, and again, no disrespect to any group of 5 teams, but it's like when those teams come and knock in, it is a very different.
It's just not about loyalty anymore.
Yeah, that is one thing for you, especially.
It's a debate anymore.
I mean, you're a kid that trust me, as your former coach, all I know is your loyalty to the team that you're on. So it's like Liberty should be, not say so grateful, but and obviously you're as respectful to them. But like the fact that you're as loyal as you are. It's one of those things where you're going to be able to go up there and appreciate everything and that Liberty gave you and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so hard. Like, and I think Jerome, who also was a Liberty guy all 4 years, didn't transfer. Yeah. He was the same as you. Like his loyalty to his school was not anything to do with the winning, nothing to do with the money. Like it was literally just no. They offered me. I wasn't really offered that many scholarships. I'm willing to go through the adversity of this school. To be like that, so it's very rare, especially and that's kind of why I wanted to bring you on because you're one of the few guys that, when you talk about the school you're going to, or you talk about the team that you're on or been a part of, you literally mean it in every sense of the word. That what you put into the team is exactly what they're going to get out of you. So it's like, so for you, that's why with Liberty, not to say again, and I know a lot of the coaches up there and stuff, they're so excited to have you anyways. So it's like I already knew that when I went up for pro day last year. They were like, "Oh, you coach at West Boca? Oh, we can't wait to get X up here! Like, we're so excited."
So I know you had interest from a lot of different schools, but the ones that offered you were Akron, Eastern Michigan, Bowling Green, and Liberty, right?
Yeah.
So, kind of take me through your thought process as to why you chose Liberty.
Okay. There's again another thing that's just so many things is the reason. I said to myself, I wanted to go, Power Four when it first started out, and then as you go on, you got to be more realistic with yourself. I realize that I'm undersized, and I'm so grateful to Liberty for taking a shot on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to make the most out of the shot.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I always said it just takes one school.
That's it.
One school to like me enough to let me commit to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Liberty had everything I needed. I love the coaches there. Great guys. The players are amazing. I had no issues with anybody when I was up there. My host Mike was one of the coolest dudes I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a big thing up there is it feels like family, which I feel is so important nowadays because like as you talk about like the loyalty in this generation to a program or to a person or to a team, like you know what I mean? It's dwindling,
definitely.
and they're showing me the respect, and I want to show them the respect, and just stay loyal to them because they took their shot on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon.
Right.
Like if somebody comes and drops a big bag on me, I'm gonna be like,
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna talk to my coaches. If we can somewhat match that, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
Nothing else. You know what I mean?
It's simple as it is. Because even like I said, from the previous coaching experience, I just know how you are as a player and as a lifter myself. Like the dedication you put towards your craft, towards your ability. It's one of those things where, like you said, it is a rarity in the generation that are coming nowadays. Because one big back could really flip an entire 4-star, 5-star kid to go to a completely different school. Maybe even a school that they never visited.
Yeah.
Maybe a school that they never said. They could never even know. They didn't know. Oh, that's a big bag of money that they put in front of me. Like that's really about
waiting in your dorm room.
Yeah, literally. As soon as you get here, that bag's yours.
With like 3 snow. No, never mind.
Literally, like literally, that is exact. I mean, that is the scary reality that some of these colleges now face with the regards to what they're putting on and what they're committing. Not only you guys are committing to them, but what they're committing to you.
I know.
Like it is a scary thought as a coaching staff to think like, damn, we might have to do a whole new free agency next year. Like we might have a whole new team next. Like it is a scary thought. I mean, look how many coaches have lost their jobs now because of it. I mean, putting a team together. Old school coaches. I mean, we're talking about some
guys
OGs.
that were tenured. They had their job security.
They thought they were going to be the coach.
Everything
lifetime
was fine
coaches
because of just recruiting.
That's it. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things that is again, not to say that Liberty should be so grateful, but again, the fact that they're getting such a kid like you, the ability to not have to kind of worry that, damn, if he has this baller ass season, he's going to just fucking leave us. Like, that's just one of those things where finding kids like that nowadays, and again, and I as the agent, I always fault the system now because it's so hard for me to say, hey, look, Miami just offered you a 6-figure contract to come back home. I don't know, man. You're gonna have to look at it. Like, it's like a hard. It's like I don't want you to be unloyal because that's not who I am. But I also know the business of the industry that we are now in.
You did mention that you're rather realistic. So if I don't want to start talking shit, but let's say you get into your 3rd year, and maybe the NFL interest isn't at the point that you thought it would be.
Yeah.
If you want to make the most money, you do get an offer too. Because at that point, if you're getting an offer for a better school, better money, it's also a better platform for you to showcase your talent. So, do you think that you'd be more inclined to take it at that point? And because at least if you don't go to the NFL, you have your money,
right?
But it gives you a better chance to get to the NFL. So, how do you feel on that front? Like, does that make the decision a little harder for you?
I don't think so. Because the reason I didn't get to that I chose Liberty is I want to coach when I'm done with football. You know what I mean? And Liberty, almost everybody on their staff has played for Coach Chadwell at some point in time. You know what I mean? Or played with, etc.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big money guy either. You know, I mean, I know money matters, but it's just kind of something that lets you have a little bit more fun.
Right.
A little more freedom.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? But like But like, if I can continue to grow in my relationship with Coach McGee, Coach Chadwell, to the point where I have a solidified spot on the staff when I'm done, I'm not going to leave to the Penn State for the extra 100.
Like
Jerome's at Ole Miss. Jerome's got a job at Ole Miss with their coaching staff. So it's like your ability to stay loyal, to show progression is 90% of the battle of getting better in general. So it's like, does the money matter? Sure. I mean, it could definitely make life a lot easier. But at the end of the day, if your career path is realistic, like you said, and you know that no matter what, whether you make it to the NFL or not, but you want to go GA, you want to go get your master's, but you want to stay at the school that, gave you those types of things become from a loyalty perspective, because not every school is going to say, we'll keep you on as a GA after you come that 1 year. That doesn't necessarily work like that. So the fact that you're willing to, pass on the bag is again, a kind of more to your character as a football player than anything. So, kudos to you for having that mindset, especially because we do know the numbers from the NFL side. I personally think you have the skill set to get there, but obviously going to college and proving it is going to be the next step. High school, you already proved it to me. You already showed me that you're the best D tackle in all of South Florida. So there's no mental to me that you can't do it at the next level. Obviously, you have less responsibilities. You're on your own. You're able to train every day. Do everything that you need to do to take it from the high school good level to now the college great level. So it's like your ability to have those will be, instrumental to whatever you do at the next level. I mean, again, the camera can't tell. And for those that are watching that don't know your height and weight and all that stuff, he is the undersized guy. He is the underdog in the sense of scouting with regards to, he's a 3-star, but he also earned that 3-star, not because he's a 6'4", 280-pound behemoth. He's, a 5'11", he's 260, and he, dominates the field. So it's like those two types of players, depending on the staff, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, hey, we can coach that, or no, we don't have to coach that. He's already coached up, ready to go. So those are the two things, especially at this point for your career. You just got to go prove yourself anyway. So it doesn't matter what school, Liberty, Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan, it didn't matter what school, whatever you could commit it to. And that's where we're at right now, is getting ready for that next step at Liberty.
Yeah.
Just giving the opportunity to get in their nice-ass weight room, their nice-ass field turf, their outside turf. Like,
it's good facilities for sure.
I mean, for a school in the middle of Lynchburg, Virginia, you can't get much better of a facility. So, again,
it didn't even really exist a number of years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Like 10 years ago.
FCS, I was gonna say until and obviously with Malik Willis, obviously putting a kind of a stamp of NFL talent around. Now Liberty comes and from their pro day, all 32 teams are there, or 29 out of 32. So it's like you can't get much better eyes on you as long as you're doing what you're supposed to. Commanders are right down the street. Pittsburgh comes down. Cleveland comes down. All the schools that are not too far away will come down and watch you guys play. So the opportunity to get to the next level are there. Obviously, that just comes down to what you do at the next level to get you to the next level, to the highest level.
Yeah,
so,
honestly, if you look at who leaves from there, it's great kids, great players.
They have
some of the best people leave from Liberty out of any school in the country. Like come on, look at the quarterback from last year. You know what I mean? Like they got a DN from last year. They had 8 starters transfer from last year.
Crazy.
And they're still a 500 team.
That's what I'm saying. And that's where you're going to go into a system that, they kind of recognize what they lost. So their recruiting class for you guys, this 2026 class, is probably very, very important to them, because it's probably going to be one of the last few bigger classes.
What does it say about their recruiting team as well?
It's got to be. I mean, how would you say about the recruiting? Go ahead.
It is personal. Like a lot of guys are just here to, I'm not, for lack of a better word, just stroke you so they come to your school, but they want to build a relationship. You know what I mean? It's like I text my coach Donald every day. I'm texting him right now. He's an awesome dude. Like, we stay in touch 24/7.
Right.
And I build a relationship with him, so it's not just another school anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like a lot of time with these 4 and 5 star kids, they're committed to Texas, but they're committed to Texas. They're not committed to the coaches.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
I'm committed to the money. Who's got the best money?
Exactly. And we could say that about, especially from our group of people that are born and raised in South Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, we know those types of kids, and obviously not to name drop or anything, but like, we know those guys that are in our area that would flip on a school that would offer them a bigger bag. Like it's one of those things, and again, it's no disrespect because it's understandable. Like I said, from the agent perspective, I understand the money side. Like some kids might not have the passion to coach. Some kids might not have the educational side to even maybe at this point they don't even know what they want. They don't even know what they're going to school for. All they know is ball. And I've played with guys like that. I've coached with guys like that. I've literally been around them all my life. Your godfather, your dad can definitely appeal to both of those guys. Your godfather was also my DB coach, so somebody who I've watched and seen, do and coach some of the best and coach some of the guys. So it's like they can preach to that case, and you've been around it long enough where the pros that you've worked with, you could see, what happens after football. Some of those guys who have been in the league a few years still don't know.
Yeah.
They really don't. So the fact that you have your future aspirations already kind of ready to rock and roll, no matter what happens at the college level, you know where you're going with your career. How many of our normal friends, not football friends, have you had gone into college not knowing what they want to do with their lives? Like
many.
So many. Like mine I'm 31 and they're just starting to figure out what they actually want to do with their lives. So like I can only
happens.
Yeah, and it does happen. It does happen. So but yeah, anything else? Well, go ahead.
You said you're dealing with injury?
Yeah.
Where?
So I hurt my knee wrestling in January.
Was you still dealing with that?
Yeah, it was. They didn't give me the surgery until June because it wasn't bad enough for a surgery.
Was it like ACL?
Yeah, it was ACL and meniscus. So it wasn't bad enough for the surgery, but because we got the MRIs, it wasn't really showing anything. Like there was like some abnormalities, but like nothing like crazy. You know what I mean? So like I asked for it in March, and I was looked at like I was crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
Like
even your dad was not 100%
in pain.
Yeah, no, I wasn't like.
Nah,
I think that was one of the other thing is like I had gone through it before, so my pain tolerance for it was a little.
I was gonna say you kind of screwed yourself with disregard because he had a tweak. Like he knew something was wrong, but it wasn't like hurting
from the season. Last season?
No,
you didn't get hurt at all last season?
Literally, the 1 year he comes to weightlifting, the next football season he has the greatest season. Yeah, he has no injuries. I think he tweaked his foot one game.
Yeah, tweaked my foot,
and that was really about it.
And when did your season end? Because you said wrestling was in January. You had that.
Right.
January. I gave myself like 3 weeks for like top of my foot.
When was the state championship?
That was in December.
December 13th.
Yeah. So like literally a month and a half later.
Yeah.
So
damn. So you're football related.
Nope.
So was there anything during last season that was kind of hard, like hardship wise, or tough for you guys? Locker room stuff,
I guess
yourself.
I mean, not specifically anything. Just like a lot of times when you have a team that's that good and that
talented, I mean, we were that.
The problem isn't another team. Your problem is the locker room and trying not to beat yourself, which is like kind of what Miami's going through right now. Like they are a very talented team, but now they've lost to Louisville and
that's it.
No, they just lost that one game. Yeah.
I can't think.
That's it. They almost lost to Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that was week 1.
That was week 1. Lost last week.
Yeah, that's it.
Louisville.
That's just the Louisville.
Just Louisville. Like, you know what I mean? And like,
but that shouldn't have been. That was a Friday night game. That shouldn't have been.
Hopefully that doesn't keep going. But like, that's the things. Like, you can't beat yourself, and like that's what it was last season.
And
like a lot of times,
do that too. 4 interceptions on a Friday night will ruin a game real quick.
You can't beat yourself, and that was what we had going on last year. And then we like when we lost to Western, we were like we got to get our shit together. Like this is like we were just playing individuals at that point. Then
you were just so much better than everyone else.
You know what I mean? And Western is that guy's a good coach, bro, and they played for him. You know what I mean? So it was like they were unified and almost as talented as us, and they just beat us.
Yep.
Off that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they ended up forfeiting that game, and we went undefeated, but on the field stuff, yeah, they beat us.
They didn't win by much though.
They won in overtime.
They won in overtime. Yeah,
They threw a pick six.
Yep. There we go again. I know.
Wait, high school overtime is only
first
if
score.
the first
Well,
score.
No, everyone gets first score and
Even
overtime.
if it's a field goal.
Even if it's a field goal, I think so. Yeah.
No, it's like whoever has the most by the time it's over. Like if they score
Is it
a
one
field goal, then we
possession?
get a touchdown.
Yeah. I was gonna say you get a second.
So you just get a possession.
Yeah, you just get a possession. You're right. Because the field goal could win it if you get the second possession. Right. So, but yeah, I mean, even on the high school level. So even at this point, so we just Will just asked about adversity. Speak on this team and obviously you not being there to physically, make your, it's all, I know you're not necessarily, I wouldn't say you are the rah guy. You are a rah guy, but you're not like the rah guy. You're more like get the team hype and then watch what I do. Like your actions, I believe you speak louder. So like, how hard has it been watching? And again, you put Chris Medina, being able to kind of emulate what you've taught him and he's obviously not you, and then obviously no disrespect to him, but he has put in the work. Yeah. So it's like he's not a rah guy, and you trying to put the team on your back is not obviously the same when you're not on the field. So how have you really tried to push the team? Because I know I've seen you at the games, trying to get with the D line and try to make sure that they're on their shit. And I mean, defense obviously we've kind of stuck with that. We've done well. So what's some things that with regards to not being on the field this season, and trying to repeat as state champ, that you want to emulate towards a college coach that's been watching, the sideline. So
I'm trying my best to stick to what I know. So probably week 4, I asked Coach Junior to let me handle subs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the D tackles.
Okay.
So I worked a lot with the D tackles.
Right, of course. That's what you do best.
Yeah, right. I want to help where I'm able to help.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Where your knowledge is accessible and energetic.
Like I cannot do it right now, so I might as well teach others how.
Right. Agreed.
And that's always been the philosophy because I'm only as good as the guy next to me.
Of course.
Like if my D tackle next to me can get blocked by one dude, I can get blocked by 2.
Right.
Now if we both have to get blocked by 2, now I can rotate off. And now I have more opportunities.
Agreed.
Not saying that double team's the end of the world, but now we have more opportunities to get that one-on-one, and I like being a one-on-one. So
hell yeah,
give me the one-on-ones.
Yep.
So that's always been my philosophy: teach the others around us, so we can be as best as we can be. So
agreed.
I can be the best that I can be.
And would you
selfishly?
Yeah, I was gonna say, of course. But and at the end of the day, I mean, you can only do so much again on the sideline. So it's like. Obviously, and Max will be on another episode, but are you on him? Because I know how you guys are at practice, so it's like to be on him but not be on the field at the same time. Has it been hard for you? Because this is probably like the first time that you guys haven't been on the field together in a long span. Like I know you guys have had games where you're not on the field together, but it's like this is the first long spurt of games where you guys don't have each other's backs. I guess has that been weird to you in that sense on the brotherly side, or has it been kind of like? You have to just trust in Max to do what he does.
I don't really say that much to Max, only because, well, not only because, but he'll probably tell me to go myself. And then,
I told you they were stepbrothers. I told you.
And then the other part is he knows what he's doing.
Agreed.
He's an instinct player.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He knows where the ball is.
He finds ball.
Nothing I can say to Max.
They were going to fight.
I said if we put you 2 in the middle, you guys might end up fighting each other. I told him that last. I'm telling you. So it's like one of those things, guys. Like. At the end of the day, like you guys are truly like brothers, and I can only because I laugh because I could have only imagined if me and my brother we missed each other by a year. Yeah. So TJ would have had both of us on the same defense. I could have only imagined how TJ would have reacted to having me and my brother because we're not as all right. You and Max are pretty at each other, but like me and my brother are definitely not best friends by any means. But on the field, I could have only imagined him and I, if I was at the nickel and he's at the corner, and him and I playing, oh my God, I could have only imagined the conversations him and I would have comparable to what you and Max have on the field. So
there was one practice we got. It was in Pompano, just because our field was shut down. Dude, it's like me and him are going after. He's giving me the wrong call. So we go after. Helmets come on.
They are literally Dale and Brennan fighting I heard him scream. He screamed rape at the top of his lungs. You should have seen the look in his eye. I thought he was gonna rape. I wasn't gonna rape him. Like that is literally them to a T. Like I swear. But it is one of those things where I mean that's why I kind of asked. Has it been? I wouldn't say frustrating, but maybe like wishing you were out there with him, because it is going to be probably the last time you guys do get to play together. But I mean, I guess the last time you guys got to play together, you did get to win a state championship. So looking back on the brotherly side, has it kind of hit you yet that this will be the last time you might get to play with Max on a football field?
It's not just him. Like,
well, I mean, your brothers in arms in general.
Like I see all my teammates, especially them on defense.
Right.
Like, those are my brothers.
Right.
Like especially since I played with some of them for like 5 years.
I would say how long? Like since Pompano,
So
way back.
So it's like every last one of them. Like it's. I know we're not blood related, but they're my brothers.
Yeah, for sure.
And like a speech I give like probably more times than I probably should. They're probably tired of hearing it, but I go, you're my brother. The guy next to you is your brother.
Yep.
You die for him and take somebody's soul. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it has been hard seeing like my brothers all go out on the field and I can't do anything for them.
That's why I asked, because I know it's got to be hard for you.
I go, man, I made an impact.
Yep, could have done something.
But here I am on the sideline because I wanted to wrestle. You know what I mean? I kicked myself.
It's not that hard. I know. I get it.
Hindsight is 2020.
I was gonna say, relax. Like
stuff like that sucks. Thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to see how your thought process was, because I know for like my senior year, with some of the guys that like we had a DB go down, torn ACL, second practice of the season. Like we had, things like that. Like it's just football. So it's like sometimes when shit like that happens, like you can only do so much anyways. So it's like whatever you can do, do it. Right. If you can coach D tackles and help D tackles, help D tackles. If you can get on your boys or get on Max because he's not making the plays he should, like get on him. Like things like that. Like if it's possible to do it or make the team better, then you got to do what you got to do, because that's all you can do at the end of the day. So
I tell them all the time, control the controllable.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to pick on our offense, but when our offense goes out and gives us a 3 and out, and we just played a 12 snap drive
and stop them from scoring.
And we got to go
stop
again.
them on the one.
I go control the controllables.
Yep.
This is our drive. What offense does, what special teams does, what the other team does has nothing to do with us.
Nope.
We stop them from scoring. Go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Control the controllables.
You gotta,
and once you have that mindset, everything. Nothing else matters. That's just what your job is.
Because you can only do what your job is. Because if you do somebody else's job, that means you're not doing your job. So, and your dad preaches that, and I know he's always preached that. Yeah. Like, do your
job.
Thank you. So, trust me, I know, and trust me, I emulated from your dad, from TJ. Guys I've been coached around or coaching, like things like that. Like I've learned myself, and even on the agent side, from control. I can't sign every client. Yeah. Like I can't. If somebody wants a bag versus being with the guy who's going to get them the bag, that's all I can do. I can't do much. Like it is one of those things where even on multiple sides of the spectrum in the sports world, it's all the same. Yeah. It really is. I mean, football is like we talk about the game of life. Like it is truly about as comparable to real life heartache, adversity, blah, all the cliches that we've heard as little kids. It is what it is. Like so. But yeah. Any last questions, Will?
Just want to end it out here with, if you want to just tell the crowd out there some words of advice, whether it be from what you've gone through or what you what you're envisioning, just some words of advice to people that are in your shoes or looking to be in your shoes.
I would say I just said it, but I would definitely say control the controllables. Like, I tore my ACL, I was really heart struck, but like I was like, I got an upper body. My quads are not my only muscles in my body. Like what happens to you does not define you. How you deal with what happens to you defines you. So
agreed.
So even in adversity, just keep your head up and keep working, because at the end of the day, there's a bigger goal. You know what I mean? Like even now, like college is my bigger goal. Like I want to be in that Hall of Fame. That's my bigger goal. So if I have to start doing rehab now, I'm gonna have to start doing rehab now. So just control the controllables, and your actions define you. So carry yourself in that manner. That's really what I would say.
Yeah, and like you said, it's one of those things for you that you're gonna give your best effort no matter what, and I can tell you, Liberty is excited to have you. I mean, I was there, I think, right after you committed, and they were just raving about you. So good on Liberty to, like you said, show that they care. And, same for you to actually caring to go to a school that cared for you, that wanted you there. Because I know now, like you said, a little bit, the school, it might not be the school that truly, you want to go to. It could just be the school that you biggest offer from, or the best offer from, whatever it may be. But this is a program that wants you, and vice versa. Yeah. So good on you, and good for you to have the mindset that it's bigger than ball at the end of the day, because it is truly bigger than ball. But it's also what matters that you do in ball that can matter as you get out of it, like as you get to real life 100%. And things like that. So, I was glad we could get you before. I mean, I know some of the other guys, the young boys, are going to see this and want to come on. So hold your horses. We'll get you scheduled. We'll get you on here. Relax. But for the most, we only do weekly episodes, so everyone relax. But I'm sure by the time this episode drops, we'll be getting the coach. I want to come on. I want to come on the podcast. So I know those are coming. So, but again, I'm glad you were our first, for sure, because again, you were, a kid that when you came to weightlifting, we weren't really sure. We knew you were going to do good. We knew you were going to dominate, but like the fact that we went to states and literally, placed top 10 at states the first year. That was something where even who would have known, again, hindsight 2020, or, at this point, who knows where we would have been this year. You would have been an early enrollee anyway, so wouldn't have mattered on this season. But last season, obviously, having a full season, it does suck. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you already won. Yeah. You had already. There wasn't anybody at the district championship or at the regional championship that was going to beat you either way, with your old numbers. So it's like, don't ever complain or don't ever like say, oh, I could have done. You already won. There's nobody's numbers that would have beat you anyways. So they didn't have a shot whether or not you were there. All you had to do was show up. Kids were asking about you, and you weren't even there. Like, oh, is X not here? They were like shaking, like, oh, he's not competing this year. Like, oh, thank God. Like that's literally what they was. They were literally like, "Oh, is Xavier not here? Like, what happened to Xavier?" Like, they were like so relieved that like this man was not walking into the gym. Like, that's how scared some of these kids were. And I can tell you on football, I guarantee they get scared when they don't see 99 on the field. Like, I guarantee it. So, and then they end up still losing and only scoring a touchdown if they're lucky. Like we've only had two games score more than 14 points on our defense. So, again. Not to say that this man was the heart and soul of our defense, but our defense was pretty good, just in generally speaking. So it was great to have you, though. I'm so excited to watch you at Liberty. I already told Dad. Even when we went to Montana, I was like, if he chooses Montana, we're getting a house in Montana. We're getting a house in Montana. I was like, FCS, screw it. Like, we'll do it. Let's do it. Like, that was so much fun. So again, just glad I've gotten to experience and be a part of your journey as much as I have, because one of those things where I feed off of guys like you and guys that I've been a part of, even though, you're not LSE, you'll always be LSE on the back end. Like, you're always, whatever you need from me, mom's got my number, dad's got my number, they can always reach out. No big deal on that end. And always family over everything. You've learned that from the weightlifting side, the football side. It's just one of those things that carry over. So we're so glad to have had you. Will, any last remarks for you?
No.
Thanks
for being on.
Thank you. Appreciate you. And we will see you next time. So for Xavier Reid, 3-star D tackle from West Boca Raton High School, the alma mater right here, born and raised, going to Liberty University. You'll see number 99 back on the field when we get up. Are you good? Did they say any number-wise? Not yet.
I want 63, though.
Really?
That's why I wore my freshman year.
Okay, fair enough. No, I get it. So keep an eye on Xavier Reid as he goes to Liberty University. For your boy Will, your boy Evan, we are out, and we'll see you next time on the No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap podcast.
Peace.